All right, let's move along to one of the splashiest teams of the offseason, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who gave up the farm, at least in terms of picks, to bring in Donovan Mitchell. Also on the way out is Colin Sexton, who was a free agent anyways, and then Lauri Markkanen, who started actually a lot of games for this team last year, and then Ochai Agbaji, who was the rookie they took with the 14th overall pick out of Kansas. And I 50. think we're 50 for Kellen. Where I wanted to start with this team, I touched on it a little bit, is who they're starting at small forward, because you've got Darius Garland, you've got Mitchell, you've got Mobley, you've got Allen. That's a great core, but they really don't have anybody to put next to those people, next to those guys, rather. If you play a Coro, you're giving up a lot of shooting. You're going to have 3 non-shooters out there. Dylan Windler, not a lot of perimeter defense. Karis LeVert really gives you none of those things. I think they better go with Dean Wade. They signed him to a 3-year, $18 million extension this offseason. He's a low usage player, had like 10% usage last season, but he shoots threes pretty efficiently. Last year, he shot 36, so about league average. I think the year before, in his second season, he shot about 38%. Last year, he was miserable from the corners, though, and he actually shot it pretty well, if memory serves, from the corners in his second season. So you hope that maybe he can get back up to the high 30s this year if he has the same diet of shots. And then probably the best wing defender on this team. He's really the guy you'd want going up against somebody like LeBron or Kawhi Leonard, that sort of thing. If you're playing like the Warriors or the Hawks or the Trailblazers or one of these teams with a really good guard, maybe you'll go Isaac Okoro. I think really the question you have to ask, though, is how much is this team's weak perimeter defense going to matter? Like, can Mobley and Allen just be so dominant? Can the interior defense just be so good that they can allow, a million shots at the rim and still be fine? And I think the answer to that is yes, because last year the Jared Allen and Evan Mobley combination played 2,100 possessions together, which accounted for a little bit under a third of the Cavaliers' total possessions. And their defensive rating was 105.7, which is 94th percentile. That would have been the best in the NBA if they could have sustained it over the whole season. And what was really interesting is when those two played together, opponents shot 54% at the rim, which is 100th percentile. Like, that is an insanely low percentage to shoot at the rim. And they were giving up a ton of shots there. They gave up 37% of their opponent's shots at the rim, which is a lot. And so what that pretty much indicates is that last year, the Cavs perimeter defense was just non-existent. They let guys get straight to the rim, but Allen and Mobley were cleaning it up, just fine. I think that'll continue again this year. I think they're going to have really dominant rim protection. And I don't think the fact that Mitchell and Garland aren't the best defenders, I don't think that'll hurt them too much in the regular season, at least. In the playoffs, I think the lack of forwards on this team will become a bit of an issue. But during the regular season, I'm going to give these guys 47 wins.
Is that enough to make the playoffs?
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. I like your take. I think the perimeter defense, I think they're gonna be good, man. I'm gonna give them 48.
Is everybody in the green on them?
I have to agree. I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to be with such a small backcourt, Donovan Mitchell and Garland, Sexton, Darius Garland. But I still think it'll work out eventually. I think they'll just have to work through a few rough patches at the beginning of the season. So I'm guessing they're going to go 49.
I think Donnie's going to be rejuvenized. I was unimpressed with him last year.